Hello, frugal friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing our weekly word. We're going to look at Daniel 6 and we're going to start at 10. So I'm going to catch us up. So King Darius had an administration, and Daniel was one of the administrators. The king thought very highly of him, and because Daniel had distinguished himself among all of the administrators, so the king was going to set Daniel over the whole kingdom. Now, the other administrators, of course, they didn't like this, so they plotted against Daniel. And they went to the king and they had him make up a law or a decree that if any man prays to any god or man in the next 30 days, that they would be thrown into the lion's den. And so that was their plot to get rid of Daniel. So let's pick it up at 10. Now, when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened towards Jerusalem. 3 times a day, he got down on his knees and prayed, giving God thanks, just as he had done before. So he kept on doing what he was doing. He didn't let the devil stop him. Then these men went as a group and found Daniel praying and asking God for help. So they went to the king and spoke to him about the royal decree. Did you not publish a decree that during the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god except you, O king, will be thrown into the lion's den? The king answered, the decree stands in accordance with the laws of this country, of his kingdom. Then they said to the king, Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judea, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the decree you put in writing. He still prays 3 times a day. When the king heard this, he was greatly distressed. He was determined to rescue Daniel because, he thought very highly of Daniel. He knew Daniel's character, and he didn't want to throw Daniel into the lion's den. But, the devil. Then the men went as a group to the king and said, remember, O king, according to your law and your decree. So the king gave the order, and he brought Daniel and threw him into the lion's den. The king said to Daniel, may your God, whom you serve, continuously rescue you. A stone was brought and placed over the mouth of the lion's den, and the king sealed it with his ring. So the king was really upset. He couldn't sleep that night. He couldn't eat. And it says at 19, at the first light of dawn, the king got up and hurried to the lion's den. When he came near the den, he called to Daniel in an anguished voice, Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions? Daniel answered, O king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. Amen. They have not harmed me, because I was found innocent in his sight, nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king. The king was overjoyed and gave orders to lift Daniel out of the den. And when Daniel was lifted from the den, no wound was found on him, because he had trusted in God. Amen. At the king's command, the men who had falsely accused Daniel were brought in and thrown into the lion's den, among them with their wives and their children. And because they reached the floor of the lion's den, and before they reached the floor of the lion's den, the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. Oh my goodness. Then King Darius wrote to all the people, nations, men of every language throughout the land, may you prosper greatly. I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God and endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the lions. So Daniel prepared during the reign. Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and reigned over the kingdom. So you may feel like you're in a lion's den. You may feel like everything is against you. That people have turned on you. That maybe people have plotted against you. I mean, you are under demonic attack, right? Everywhere you turn, someone, or something is going on, right? But maybe I'm feeling like maybe something really good is coming. Something really good is coming for you. And the devil don't like it. And he's doing everything in his power to come between you and God. So we're going to be like Daniel. And we're going to keep on praying. And we're going to keep our faith. I love Daniel's character. I mean, they tried to put Daniel through some things. And God continuously lifts Daniel's feet up and set him on a rock. Right? Every time the devil tried to come for him. And he kept trying to come for him. But Daniel was faithful. His character withstood all the demonic attacks. So we gotta withstand these attacks. And God is going to bring us through. No, they can't touch us. See, they cannot touch us. They can walk around prowling, but they can't touch us because God has us covered from the crown of our head to the very soles of our feet. Thank you guys for joining me today. And as always, you guys be blessed.